Well,
Hello.
hi guys, how are y'all doing?
Happy Sunday. Hello, Everett's Disney. How you doing?
Yeah.
Happy Sunday.
Love how you sing everything.
It is Sunday. You know, you got to sing the Sunday song.
What is the Sunday song?
Happy Sunday.
Okay, that's a pretty easy Sunday song. I might even be able to handle that one.
That's it.
Yeah.
How is everybody doing today? How are you doing?
Look, there's James Ryan.
James Ryan, how you doing?
I am doing fabulous. And yourself?
Hello, Mr. Justin. How are you? I hear you just woke up. I hope you had a great night last night.
Yeah, don't be telling everybody Justin's habits.
I'm not throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you are.
I promise.
Kind of sounds like you are.
How is everyone? I hope you all are doing good. We are having a great Sunday so far.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We found out today that you can freeze Einstein bagels and, and thaw them out, and they're still good.
They're still good.
Yeah.
We're probably, Jonathan, hey, how's it going? Hello, Mickey Scousers, how you doing? Miss Cindy, are you not on vacation? If you are not on vacation, you are...
Well,
you
thanks.
should be on vacation.
Seriously, if you're taking time out of your Disney trip to come see us, you are a rock star.
Yes, all of you guys are rock stars.
Yes,
and we love
you are.
So thank you for joining us this morning.
I got to take off the glasses. The screen's too far away. I can't see anything.
See, you can't see far away, and I cannot see up close.
Yeah, so I moved our screen back a little bit because we were like squeezing together like this. Now we got a little more room. But now since I moved the screen back, I can't wear my glasses because I can't read the comments because it's too far away.
Hello, Miss Emma.
Oh, Cindy just got back.
I was gonna say, aren't you guys all watching football? I would thought there's like a break in the football because there's a big old football match today in England. Yes.
Is there?
Yeah. I'm sorry to say we are not football followers. Sorry. So yeah, if y'all have to just like.
Yeah, if you got to get out because you got to watch the football match.
Just give us a little.
Totally get it, man.
We're
totally.
Out. Yeah. Justin, thank you so much for that. Amy, AJC Magic TV. Hello. How are you guys? Yeah. What were you talking about? Einstein Brothers?
Yeah, I just told that.
Yeah. So
you got an hour to go?
Hour to go for football. Okay.
We plan on like an hour, so
we're gonna wrap this up in an hour so you guys can just
get your football.
Emma and John, hi guys, how are you? Emma does not like football.
And don't they kick you out of England for that?
Yeah, what's up with you, Emma? Are you not British? She doesn't like tea. She doesn't like football.
So what else is it? It's like
you have to be American.
You should just move over here.
You are an American with a British accent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today we are going to talk about lots of stuff.
Yeah, because we just recently got back from Disney. We got back on July 2nd.
Hello, Tiffany.
So, and I want to tell you what, things are happening fast. Very fast.
Which is awesome.
Yes, it is so cool to see. And we were so excited about it. We just thought we'd share it with you.
Yeah, we kind of thought we would talk about our last trip and, stuff that hi Debbie, how you doing? Stuff that Emma doesn't like beer either, James.
No.
She's American, not British.
She likes wine. She likes a good.
She does. She likes cocktails.
Yeah, she likes cocktails.
Anyway, yeah, we noticed a lot of stuff had changed on our most recent trip to Disney. We've been home a week, I think.
Yeah, we got back on the 2nd.
From our last
what is
Disney
today?
Trip?
The 9th. Still, yeah,
something
we've been home.
Like that.
We've been over like.
So
something like that.
Those of you guys who have not been back to Disney yet, it's going to be almost normal when you go back, which is super cool.
It is. It really is. Yeah. It's like the only thing, because right now I'm saying the only thing left is just opening the restaurants, all the restaurants and all the hotels.
Right.
And
the hotels, I think, all have dates.
Yes.
Now.
One little minor mask thing is still going on.
Minor?
Minor. Well, it's minor because it's short-lived. It's just transportation.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we going to jump into this or are we going to say some other stuff first?
Let's see if we missed anybody. Enjoying all the drinks. Oh, that's cool. Emma says Emma likes cocktails. Amy just missed the fireworks by a week. We're going to talk about that too because we were so lucky to be there for fireworks. Emma, we're going to go over that in just a second. Your mask question.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, Handsful Heartful, how are you doing? So yeah, let's get
FBP.
Let's get it. Hey FBP, how are you guys? Gosh, we have so many people. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is amazing.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, if you don't mind, give us a little thummy.
Yeah, and if you could think of anybody to share it with, share.
Yeah, so let's talk about
the mask.
The mask
So
thing.
first off, with the mask, they just like a week before we got there lifted mask restrictions on Disney property, except in transportation.
Right.
And that's only certain transportations.
Yeah.
So you do not wear a mask in the hotels. They're optional. You can still wear one if you want to.
Yeah, completely optional.
But you don't have to wear one in the hotels. You don't have to wear one in the parks. You don't have to wear one in the queues. You don't have to wear one on the rides.
You don't have to wear one walking into the restaurant. Hey, Melinda, Two Broke Mice, how are you?
You don't have to wear them in the restaurants.
Correct. And the only place you do have to wear them is on the
buses,
on the monorail, and on the Skyliner.
Right.
That's it.
But there are changes to those too.
Changes?
To the buses, the monorail.
Oh, okay.
And
but not mask related changes.
No.
Just capacity changes.
Yeah, because now, believe it or not, we saw some people standing in the buses.
Disney Nerd Herders, how you doing? Hey, Charlie and Stacy. Not that I'm jealous. You guys are in Frontierland. Ride Big Thunder Mountain for us, please.
Twice. And Splash.
And Splash.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
So anyway, they're filling the buses. They're not, they're letting you get in the bus.
Right.
They have standing room. You can stand in the buses. So they are filling the buses now.
Which is cool.
It's
Justin's going to be at Magic Kingdom tomorrow. Oh, cool. You'll have to meet up with Charlie and Stacy, Justin. I don't know if you guys know Charlie and Stacy from the Disney Nerd Herders. They are super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they are filling the buses.
They took the dividers down from the monorail.
Right.
So you're not little monorail cubicles anymore with all the plastic and everything.
Yeah, I didn't mind the cubicles. It's just you couldn't see across.
No, I hated the cubicles.
I know you did, but
it was such a.
I'm kind of a cubicle person.
Plus, they're mixing parties in the monorail too.
Right.
And they're not telling you where to stand. They took, so they're just like, get in wherever you want.
Yeah.
So.
Which, I mean, I'm just going to say this right off the top. This has felt like the most normal Disney trip since last year.
Since it started.
I mean, there are still a few minor issues. Just like, you got to have your mask to get on the Skyliner. We almost forgot.
Yeah, we were like,
do we have a mask?
It's so hard to remember now to even bring one with you.
But always have one with you, just in case. But yeah, Skyliner, bus, monorail, that's it. Right. We rode the friendship boats. You do not have to have a mask on the friendship boats.
Well, the ferry, you don't have to have a mask on the ferry.
Yeah.
And also with the Skyliners, they're mixing parties with there too when it's busy.
Right.
Because we were, when we got on the Skyliner, it wasn't busy, so they just were
putting us in our own
one party per car.
Right.
But if it was like early morning or late at night, yeah, they're gonna fill that sucker up.
Right.
To get people moving.
Mickey Scouser says, have a word with Biden. 52 days. Guys, if it was up to us, you'd have been here 6 months ago.
Yeah, no joke.
I don't know what old Sleepy Joe's problem is, but that's all I'm going to say about that. They need to it needs
stop.
To happen for you guys to be able to come over here. Amy says, when I was there a week before, they limited standing on the buses. Only if your party was out. Okay. Yeah, we didn't ride the bus to where we had to stand or had other people standing. Justin said, got on a monorail without a mask and everyone staring at you. It's like, I
finally realized.
It's like, whoops.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times they'll tell you to put one on before you get on. But there are some cast members who aren't doing that. Because when I got on the monorail to go over to Epcot, just to go back to the Chicken Transportation Center from Magic Kingdom, and it was practically empty. And I was going to put my mask on as I walked past the cast member, and he just kind of went, eh. But then another party got in it with me in the same car, even though the whole freaking train was empty.
You love that?
I know. I just love it. And they're all masked up like this. So I felt like I should probably do it too.
They did ask us though, put our masks on before we got on the Skyliner.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They did say that.
And then as soon as the doors closed, we were fine because we were on our.
If there had been another party in there, I'd have left it on. But if it's just us, I'm not going to leave it on. So.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Do you want to talk about the cast members too?
Oh yeah. Cast members, they're mask optional also, which is so awesome because you know what? They are a lot happier.
They're so much happier, and we're so much happier for them.
Yes.
To be able to.
I think we even had one said it's so nice to see your face. The other day, last trip we were there, because we were walking, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? It's so nice to see you guys' faces. I love your faces, and thank you."
Yeah, smiling. even the cast members in the restaurants.
Yes.
The mask and the face shield thing is gone, which is so nice, and I'm sure it's so nice for them too.
Well, yeah, but like I said, it's still optional. So there are still some cast members that choose to wear it. There's still some, waiters or waitresses, wait staff that still choose. But then there's some that don't. Like when we were in Crystal Palace, our server did not wear a mask. And she was just awesome.
She was delightful.
She was so nice. Awesome. That's one of the best parts about this trip, was just how much friendlier everything was.
Yeah.
It was almost right back to where it started.
It was. This time last year, we have been back several times since the parks reopened last July, right? The couple of times we were there, July and August, July, September, something like that, people were grumpy.
Big time.
Cast members were grumpy. And, it's just nice that people can have the freedom to choose whether they want. So I'm going to answer a couple comments. James Ryan says, Kelly and I got on the monorail, forgot about our masks. When we got to the next stop, they blasted a message. Rule breakers. Forgot to wear a mask on the bus.
Yeah, you feel guilty. You're judged if you wear one, judged if you don't wear one.
You should. From our perspective, you should never feel judged for choosing to wear a mask. That's your choice.
Yeah, that's true. You have to shave every day.
So.
You shouldn't feel judged at all. And I've been a rebel with the mask this whole pandemic, and I'm just like,
you're glad
hallelujah, pass the biscuits. It's because I just think it's the greatest. And I don't judge people who still wear it.
No, I think it's a personal choice.
And that's the way it should have been in the first place. Right. It should have been a personal choice instead of everybody shaming you into doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Fun Fiero. Happy Sunday. How are you guys doing?
So, now it's where it should be.
It's where it should be. It's a personal choice, and nobody should judge you for wearing one or not wearing one.
Yeah, Nick, power to you, because that's your choice. And if you want to wear it, you wear it.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
You do you,
and we'll do us.
Yeah.
So,
so let's move on to.
Yes, by the way, the big ferry boats, no masks.
Correct. And the friendship boats.
They're not requiring masks on the friendship boats or the ferry boats.
Yeah, we were wondering about the friendship boats too, because we got on the friendship boat from Boardwalk to Epcot, right?
Yep.
And
the cast members weren't wearing
the boat captains.
The boat captains weren't wearing it. So either, I'm like, I'm not wearing it either.
So anyway, let's move on from the mask chat.
Mask chat.
And do something and talk about something else.
Something mask chat. Well, you guys can keep chatting about it.
Yeah, you can if you like.
So we were talking about how the cast members are much happier.
Right.
The mask.
Also, I'm sure you guys have always, hey there, Journey Waits, how are you guys doing? Of course, the social distancing is all gone.
Yes.
From the lines.
Yes. There are no more dots on the ferry. There are no more lines in the queues.
And there are single rider lines back.
Single rider lines are back.
Which is awesome. So we didn't do single rider at all.
No, we didn't. We were going to at Test Track, but it was closed because that was the day it was kind of rainy.
Yeah.
So you know how Test Track is. If it even looks like rain, it's closed.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, if you guys in the chat have any questions for us, if you haven't been to Disney yet, since it's reopened, and you have questions for us, please just throw them in the chat and we'll answer them for you. But yeah, it's nice that some people might not like that single rider line is back if they don't like to get seated with somebody else. It doesn't bother us.
Yeah, but they got the plexiglass is down from the rides.
Oh yeah, Frozen.
Frozen Ever After does not have the plexiglass anymore.
Living with the Land.
Living with the Land. All those plastic sheets are gone.
Yeah.
They still have some plastic up in the queues when it gets really tight.
Well, like the walls.
The temporary, like, because the Big Thunder, it's still there.
Yeah. Hey,
like,
Florida Park
when
Explorers.
it gets to really close. And there was a Living with the Land still had it too. Still had the plastic walls.
They did. The dividers were the switchbacks in the queues.
Switchbacks in the queues. Some of the queues still have it. But if they're the wider type queues, they don't. But like the rides, no, that stuff's gone. They're filling the rides completely.
James Ryan says, sort of missed spacing in the lines last week. I got 2 stroller bumps. Oh, and a backpack to the side of the oh no.
Oh.
I'm waiting for my semi-annual scooter over the foot moment.
I know that is the drawback too. That's for sure. But you know what I noticed? I noticed when we had the spacing lines, there were a lot of times people just ignored them and they were right up your tailbone anyway.
They kind of were, and we didn't really. I think it's just all luck of the draw. Really, we didn't have any issues with people being uncomfortably close to us in the queue lines, did we? I mean, as a matter of fact, we kind of noticed that people were staying at least 3 feet away. You know, as a general rule, right?
Yeah.
From us in the queue line. So, you know, we kind of stayed a little bit back, and then generally the people behind us stayed a little bit.
But you know, that they're not forcing us to. And
they're not forcing.
And the lines are not as long, because you know how Haunted Mansion, if you hadn't been there, you didn't know, Haunted Mansion line stretched all the way around to like Country Bear Jamboree. You know, it's not doing that anymore.
So Mickey Scousers asked, are there any changes we think should stay?
No.
You know, I think for us personally, we just want Disney to be back to where it was.
I like the
2 years ago. You know,
I don't know.
I kind of did enjoy the spacing in the lines. I really did like that, but it's not super realistic because the queue lines would just go on and on and on and on. Yes, James, that's exactly.
Yes, the cavalcades. I love the cavalcades. I don't like the parades blocking things for hours because people line up to watch it for hours. But the cavalcades, I do like.
I actually think that there could be a compromise if if Magic Kingdom would bring back a nighttime parade. I would like to see cavalcades like sporadically during the daytime and then do a nighttime parade. That's my perfect world. I know you're not a big parade person, but I think that would be cool to have.
Parades just get in my way.
I know they clog up the paths.
They just get in my way where I'm trying to get somewhere.
But there are people that love the parades.
I love them too.
You love the people that
I love the people.
Okay.
You know, it's personal preference. I mean, if they come back, I'll roll with it.
So Liz, if that's you, Liz, she says, I like that there not being any fast passes and the love of the cavalcades. Yeah, that's kind of bye, Melinda, I love you. That's a big kind of subject too, the fast passes.
Yeah.
Whether some people want them to come back, some people don't want them to come back. And we're going to talk about that in just a little bit with all the changes that like Disneyland Paris is making too.
Yes. We got something to say about that too.
We're going to say something about California Grill Brunch too, because that is one of my favorite.
That is one of our favorite things ever. Yes.
I
think a lot of that has to do with supplies, because the brunch for one is like, that's another thing they haven't brought back yet was the buffets. I'm waiting for the buffets. No, when the buffets come back, Disney's back totally. I love a buffet.
I'm not a huge
She's not a buffet person, so I'll just leave her in the room. I'll go to the buffet. I don't care. I'm a big boy. I can do it by myself. Anyway, and because Cali Brunch is partial buffet, partial sit down. And if any restaurant could do it right, it would be Cali Grill, because they could serve you what you want, because there's always somebody standing in the buffet station at that thing.
But okay, do you want to finish your thought?
Yeah, if you didn't want to interrupt me there.
I did.
Okay. Anyway, Because there were some buffets operating during the pandemic. It was just people serving it to you rather than you serving yourself.
Right. And I think California Grill could easily do that.
Yes.
Because they had a buffet and you could order off the menu, they could easily say, okay, what would you like from the buffet?
Yeah.
Or do a family style kind of, like sushi, blah, blah, blah. Do you want sushi? Do you not want sushi kind of thing? And then order off the menu.
I don't like the family style thing.
I know. The bottomless mimosas are one of the best parts.
Yeah, but then you don't care about the buffet if you had a few of those. But
we think we know why they're not bringing California Grill Brunch back. Is because I just read this morning that, the Wave, which is the Contemporary, which is downstairs on the lobby level, they are going to start doing breakfast in California Grill. Because
they're refurbing the Wave.
Yeah, they're refurbishing the Wave, and it's going to be a lengthy refurbishment.
So it's going to be closed for a while.
Yeah, thanks, Reggie and Cheryl. So yeah, the Wave is going to be closed for a lengthy refurb. So they're going to be doing breakfast, the Wave breakfast, up in California Grill.
The Wave breakfast was kind of a half buffet, half sit down kind of thing too.
It was.
So you could go get buffet items.
Don't think that that's permanent though, Emma. I think that's just temporary while the Wave is getting refurbed. So I think once the Wave is finished, they might bring California Grill Brunch back. But
that was only available on Sundays anyway.
It was. But if the Wave's going to be open 7 days a week and doing breakfast, there's no way they could
do the Cali Grill
Brunch. So I think that's probably why they haven't brought California Grill Brunch back yet, is because they had this planned all along that, they were going to be doing the Wave breakfast
refurb
and having it upstairs. So it'll be interesting.
I would go to that.
What I'm interested to see is once they do that, be more the Wave menu, or is it going to be more?
Or is it going to be like kind of blended?
Yeah. So James says the Wave's one of my regular stops. Not sure they need another steakhouse. I'm not sure of the retheming. That's another thing we're going to talk about. The retheming of the Contemporary. Has anybody heard? Have you heard, James, if they're going to retheme the Wave to like an Incredibles?
Sounds like it's going to be a steakhouse.
Is it going to be a steakhouse? I hadn't heard what they're gonna.
Yeah, I didn't.
What they're going to do with it? If you know, let us know.
I like the Wave too. Wave is one of those underrated places that I think where people go. I've always kind of liked it. I just I know it's time to redecorate because man, it was like I felt like I was 17 again in the 70s.
Well, it was always quiet. The Wave. We'd been there for breakfast a couple of times, and we'd been there for lunch. Okay, the Wave's going to be a steakhouse. Okay. I had not heard that it was going to be a steakhouse. I kind of agree with you. I'm not so sure we need another steakhouse. Do we?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like California Grill, I wish they would keep it like fresh, kind of sustainable, kind of food. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we need another steakhouse. So all on that subject
of the Contemporary
and the
Incredibles.
Should we talk about the rooms?
Who's seen the rooms?
If anybody's seen the rooms, give us a little. Cindy, thank you so much. I hope you're having a fantastic time. We love you.
Yes, love you very much. Thanks for popping in.
Cindy traveled from Canada, you guys.
Yay!
And she's at Disney. So yay.
That's so awesome. I love it.
So happy for you.
We got Canadians and Disney.
Have a great time. We love you. Yeah, let's talk about the retheming of the rooms at the Contemporary.
At first, I didn't even know what it was because I saw the pictures and it looks very plain. It looks to me, and on the curtains they had
the Incredibles characters.
The Incredibles
I
characters.
thought they were monkeys.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. Couldn't actually
like they're hanging like
couldn't tell, and then Stretch Mom was like all stretched out, and it was like it was a barrel of monkeys got loose on top on their curtains.
Yeah,
what it looked like.
What I wish they had done instead of retheming all the rooms to the Incredibles is done like Port Orleans Riverside and rethemed some of the rooms.
And you could have chosen to be in an Incredible room.
Exactly. Because still, I mean, people love them, and that's cool. I don't think it's contemporary, to be honest. I think it's retro.
Yeah, that kind of
the
looks
way
more
the
retro to
Incredibles
me.
rooms
Yeah.
look. I think it's more retro
than contemporary.
Contemporary to me is futuristic.
Yes.
Right? Like,
well, to do with the times, like right now.
Yeah. So it just the furnishings and the colors and everything to me look more retro instead of contemporary. So I don't quite get it. You know, I'm sure they're going to be great and nice, but
well, and they got, like they're doing with all the rooms they refurb, they're getting storage under the beds, and
right. Are all the rooms starting to look
they're all
similar?
starting to look the same. They kind of look like Pop Century, Pop Century
version of
All-Star Movies. It's like they're doing cookie cutter rooms.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
And just throwing a few different pictures in to represent the hotel they're at.
Yeah. Overpriced value resort. Yeah, that's
kind of what it feels like. Kind of what it looks like. We're not going to know for sure until you actually stay in one.
Exactly.
Because you never know.
Yeah. Hate heavy IP theming. Yeah. The hotels really do already have a theme. So
yeah, and they should just stick with the theme. I mean,
contemporary was designed at the opening, includes that whole second floor with the conference space. Yeah. Yeah, it did need to spruce up, not a complete overhaul.
Exactly.
I think.
Yeah, just like they take out the carpet, put in the hardwood, change the beds to where you can put stuff in it. The deck. I thought the tasteful pictures of Mickey and the Fab Five or whatever on the walls was plenty.
Yeah, I think they could have personally, taken the contemporary rooms and made them kind of more upscale, modern. Instead of kind of going, like I said, it just looks a little retro to me. Liz says the poly rooms look great. The poly rooms do look great. My opinion, the poly rooms, they'll look exactly like the rooms at the Grand Destino Tower. Like the same kind of feel. Mm-hmm. Which, it's different wallpaper and stuff like that. But, it's like they're kind of all starting to look similar. And if you're going to pay more
to be at these
certain resorts, are you just paying for location, or are you paying for the location and
the resort,
the luxury of the room and stuff like that? So,
well, and I kind of see where they're coming from, because they're trying to, I guess, make these places more family friendly,
right? And cleaner. I mean, they're getting rid of the carpet, which is fine.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Which I hate carpet in hotels anyway. Because you ever try to roll your suitcase across the carpet in hotels? Oh my God, it's a freaking nightmare. It's like that should be an exercise in a gym. Is roll a suitcase over a carpet, please, because you're going to get some work. And I'm like, can you just leave the carpet out?
Yeah,
I mean, it looks so much cleaner when it's not carpeted anyway. So
Emma's got a good point, though. Kind of great that they are starting to look similar. Now we can stay in a cheaper hotel and it's still
you still get the same thing. But you know what?
Yeah,
for us old farts who like to pay for
a
little better hotel, and
well, you're paying for location, you're paying for amenities,
uh-huh.
Things like that. So it's kind of interesting. But back to your carpet situation. We were at Animal Kingdom Lodge our last trip. Have y'all ever tried to roll a suitcase down the hallway, down the 62-mile
hallway at Animal Kingdom Lodge?
Animal Kingdom Lodge. It is tough.
It is a workout. Well, Boardwalk's the same.
James Ryan.
Yeah.
I get family friendly. I do have a whole bunch of kids, but the contemporary has always been remarkable. I believe you have such a great point.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I think so too. I think they should reserve some spots for, more adult, because, a lot of people that I talk to said they don't want to go to Disney because they don't know what to do for them, what they can do, and that they don't want to be mixed around. I mean, they've raised their kids, they've raised, and they have grandkids. Sometimes you just want to get away.
Yeah. I mean, we love our date night trips.
Right.
And
I got nothing against kids. I have kids,
no,
I have grandkids and everything. But, sometimes I just want to go to a place that I love, that, speaks to my heart, and just be, an adult.
Right.
And I think if they had rooms or sections of hotels,
like certain floors.
Yeah.
Like if it's contemporary, if they did like 3 floors, how many floors are in there? Like 12, 13, 14,
there's a lot.
Something like that.
Well,
if they had taken the main tower And are they doing the retheming in the garden rooms too? Do you guys know? Is it all the rooms in the contemporary?
I would pay a premium price for an adult only floor. I would totally do that.
I would too.
So, because
I'm gonna like piggyback on that subject right now. One of the best adults only resorts is the Grand Destino Tower.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
It is fantastic. The rooms are super nice. The showers are awesome. You can shower together if you really want to. It's big enough for that. They've got great bars. They've got great restaurants, great places to walk around. If you all want an adults only trip, stay at the Grand Destino Tower. It's affordable.
It is. It's kind of one of the more affordable hotels on property. And I'm going to say something to Mr. Jonathan here, talking about Bob Chapstick. You know why? I have a feeling this is why Bob's doing what he's doing, is because Bob is a merchandising guy. That's where he came from. He was like in charge of Disney merchandise before he was made CEO. What is a merchandising guy's thing? Theming. Because what sells merchandise? Theming. So there's your whole reason why Mr. Chapstick is doing the theming in all the rooms.
Because that's what
sells.
That's what's always sold before.
Yeah.
And I get it.
And I get it too, but
Get an Angus tail behind us.
Anyway, I mean, but this happens every time there's a CEO change. Stuff gets upheaval. They have a different background. They start doing things different, and then eventually it'll work its way back to the Imagineers and the stuff that we love.
Yeah.
Because it always does, because that's what brought Disney to life, was that.
Debbie says, "Hi, Angus. That's Angus. He's going to make some biscuits on the blanket."
There he is. He's making biscuits.
Even if you're going to rethink, why drop back to the Incredibles fun film? Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, James. Everything you've said, I agree. Amy says she loved the Grand Destino. Isn't it nice? The Grand Destino Tower is very nice. The lobby's super nice. The only thing I wish they would change back at the Grand Destino Tower, and that's at Coronado Springs, for those of you guys that don't know. Hey, Hemp Hills, how you guys doing? I wish the Barcelona Lounge would start doing cocktails again.
Yes.
Right now, they're only doing coffee in the morning from like 7 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
If that's still the case. That's how it was last time.
That's how it was last time we were there, yeah. It may change because we're going to be there in August. We're going to be in the Grand Destino in August.
Right.
So
it was so much fun hanging out in that awesome lobby.
Oh my God, their lobby is one of my top 5 lobbies.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so you guys, Hemp Hills, you guys are on team Retheme.
Their team Incredible.
Okay. I love The Incredibles as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great movie. I'm not super sold yet on the retheme of the rooms. Coronado Springs as a whole is wonderful. Yeah, we haven't ever stayed in one of the regular rooms in the outbuildings at Coronado Springs.
Not yet.
But
I would.
Yeah, I would too, because it is a great resort. The only negative is the transportation.
They only have buses.
It's just bus.
Yeah.
But if you have a car.
If you have a car, it's great.
It doesn't matter.
Usually when we stay at the Grand Destino, I do ride share a lot.
We have, yeah. We've done Uber.
I'll do the Lyft or the Ubers. I don't really, because sometimes you just can't afford a rent car because, man, the prices of them now are ridiculous.
Yeah. Mark Allen says it's not worth the price, so pumped if someone would give us money to stay there. Wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, shouldn't they, sponsor us to come stay?
Yeah.
And review? Yeah. Hey, Mickey Scousers, thank you so much. Good luck with the football game.
Hope your team wins.
Hope it comes out in your direction.
In your favor.
Yeah, so thank you so much for being here with us. So yeah, it's kind of different, how the rethemes of the rooms are going. But once again, you're not really sure how to judge until we stay there.
Right, because I don't know. There's certain places that I've been to in Disney that I've stayed there once and thought, but But then I went back and stayed again. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah, the first time we stayed at the Polynesian,
we were really,
we were like, and it was a DVC room. It was a DVC studio.
Right.
We weren't sure that we loved even the resort.
No.
As a whole.
Right.
Our first trip. Then we bought DVC, and we're like, our home resort's going to be the Polynesian.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh my gosh! But you know what? And we've come to really, really love the Poly. I like the location of the Poly. I like the rooms. I mean, it just took a little getting used to because when you first get there, it looks so huge.
But it's really not.
But when you know how to get around, it's so easy because I know a lot of cut-throughs in the Poly that we can save so many steps.
You got to cut through buildings.
You cut through buildings. You don't go around this way. You go around that way. You do this. You do that. And yes, the rent cars are ridiculous right now.
They are crazy, super crazy. Like $100 a day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, these car rental companies need to start buying more cars. Want to stay at the Poly when the renovation's done. I would like to also stay in one of the new. We always stay in the studios.
Once
we've stayed in a regular room at the Poly.
And that was club level.
Yeah, we stayed in a club level room for one night.
2.
Was it 2 nights?
Mm-hmm. It was the second, third. No, it was second, third.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you sprung for an extra night because you wanted to be there.
Okay. Anyway, we only stayed in a regular room on one trip. And it was huge. Like those rooms are big. At the Polynesian.
They are big. That? They're really big. They're really nice. Well, everything in the Poly was, spacious. Even the studios are spacious. There's like 2 bathrooms, So
bring on the ukulele. That's right. Bring on the ukulele and the lapus, right, Jonathan?
Oh, totally.
That's cool. Yeah, so kind of coming back around full circle, things are getting more normal at Disney, We're waiting for all the restaurants to open back up again. There's still several that haven't opened up yet. We're hoping now that Animal Kingdom Lodge
is going to be open.
The rooms are open. We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge at Jambo House on our last trip for 2 nights in a DVC studio. There was nobody else there. I mean, it was only the DVC floor. What is that, like the 5th floor?
Yeah, there's 2 floors.
I think there's only one DVC floor.
No, there's 2 DVC floors and 1 club level.
Okay.
Because it was like 4 and 5 are DVC.
I think just 5.
Okay, maybe just 5.
Pretty sure.
Who knows? Anyway, we stayed at a DVC. Shh, stop it. Anyway.
There was nobody else there besides the DVC people.
Right, and they didn't even have the gift shop open in Jambo House.
Right, you had to walk over to Kidani Village.
The Mara was open, and the pool was open, and the pool bar is open. But the Mara is the only place you can get food.
Right.
Because you have to go to Sanaa, which is in
Kidani
Village to get to get a sit down restaurant.
We're the same, Kayla. We cannot wait for Chico to open again. Chico
and Jambo.
Boma. Yeah.
Boma. So it was so weird to be in Jambo House and look down and see Boma.
It was dark. Like there were no lights on.
Yeah. Boma,
downstairs.
Chico, Victoria Falls, the bar. It was all just dark.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, we're hoping that now that the rooms at Jambo House are open back up again, maybe they're going to
open the restaurants back up.
At least one.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think at least Chico
or Boma.
Yeah, one or the other.
Boma is going to feed more people, so I would probably think they'd open Boma first.
That's true. I mean, like Tusker House, they could do Boma like that.
Yeah, because they're doing Tusker House as the family style now because it's just reopened.
Yeah.
But the news is, and we just found this out today, that all hotels will be open by December 9th.
Yeah, what I say? All Star Sports is going to be the last one.
All Star Sports is going to be the last one to open, and it opens on December 9th.
Right.
It's because the Port Orleans are opening
in October.
Yay! I know, because we booked in November at Riverside.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I'm so excited because we had a Riverside royal room booked for June
last
year, and that's before the close down.
Yeah.
Or was it in May that we were supposed to go? I think it was May.
Was it May
or April? It might have been April.
I don't know.
Anyway, we had that room. I was, we were all, in that mode, but I was bummed.
Yeah, I agree with you, Amy. She says, I wish the food places at the resort stayed open a bit later because by the time you get back, everything was closed. Yes, everything shuts down like at 10 o'clock, doesn't it? Like
most
everything.
Of it does. Some stuff still open.
Except for Three Bridges at the Coronado Springs Resort. Three Bridges stays open till midnight, and you can mobile order from there, or you can go, and just eat there. I think it depends on the cast member at the guard shack if they're going to let you in or not. Or I think you can join the virtual walk-up wait list.
Yeah.
So Three Bridges is one of the places that's staying open the latest, as far as I know right now. But even the McDonald's on the property closes at 10.
Yeah.
So
if you ain't got a car, you're kind of hosed. Yeah, but you can order Grubhub and they can deliver to the hotels.
Right.
That is one thing that they do allow now because they used to not do that. They can actually deliver direct to your room, but they suggest you meet them. They want you to meet them. They want you to meet them in the lobby, but you can order, and a lot of the restaurants in Orlando or the Lake Buena Vista are open till midnight, 2 o'clock. So, and there is a McDonald's that's not too far away that's open 24 hours. That's off property. Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where it is. But yes, where was it? FBP asked, Spirit of Aloha and Trader Sam's slated to come back. Like what Jonathan said, I think they're probably going to come back when the resort reopens. I haven't heard anything formal about Trader Sam's.
But I don't see why they don't open Tiki Terrace because that's outdoors anyway.
It's outdoors, and
it must be just a staffing problem.
It must be, or they don't want a whole bunch of people in like construction area.
But they were also using seating at Tiki Terrace for the for Captain Cook's.
Were they?
Yes, they were.
Oh.
Yeah, because Polynesian.
But Captain Cook's does have an outdoor area.
But Captain Cook's was the only place open.
Yeah.
That's all he played. That and the upstairs. What was it called?
Like Ohana?
Oh no, Ohana's closed. It's now opening.
No, Ohana's open already.
I know, but I was talking about.
Are you talking about the bar upstairs?
The food place. I can't remember the name of it. Sorry, I'm having an old man
moment. Cafe?
Kona Cafe.
Okay.
So Kona Cafe and Captain Cook's used to be the only place open, and Captain Cook's was using the Tiki Terrace seating for Captain Cook's.
For extra seating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you, Kayla. That's probably why Disney Springs is so. Hey, Kurt, King Daddy, how you doing? I think that is why Disney Springs is so busy at night. Is because there's nowhere else to go.
Right. But you know what? I got to tell you, I was not a huge fan of Disney Springs restaurants before the pandemic. Now I love them because they're really good. They surprise me. They are so yummy. I haven't been disappointed yet.
Jonathan, there keeps being a rumor of a Poly DVC 2.0 on around the. Oh, interesting. Ooh. Did you guys hear also on the whole DVC subject? They're going to take one whole building of the Grand Floridian and
turn it into
DVC studios,
yep.
Which I think is really interesting. I think they said they're going to be all studios at the Grand Floridian. I can't remember what was it. Big Pine Key?
I think it was.
That's going to be converting to all DVC studios, which I'm cool with that.
Yeah, as long as they update crap.
Well, they're going to have to because they're going to redo them all. So, I mean, we weren't super loving our room at the Grand Floridian, which was a regular room. That's a whole different subject.
Watch our video.
Yeah, it needed to be cleaned a little bit better. Anyway, we have never stayed in a DVC room at the Grand Floridian. But, I'm kind of cool with that they're going to take a whole building
and turn it into
DVC studios.
I'm just wondering if they're going to start doing construction on Reflections, the new DVC hotel.
Have we even heard anything about that?
Because they stopped construction when the pandemic started. I mean, they had started clearing land already, but I was like, I hope they do because it's going to be an amazing DVC hotel.
That's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Trying to get a bus out of Disney Springs, if you're trying to catch a bus, we've had a car the last few times we bit the bullet and paid for a car. Like Amy said earlier, like the price of a rental car was more expensive than her whole 5-day trip.
Yeah.
Which I know we feel that. Sometimes I guess it just depends on our trip budget too.
Yeah. And it's like, sometimes we can get if you keep looking, sometimes you get a little better deal than, it's getting harder to find the deals.
Yeah.
But, we usually rent from Hertz. So, and I think if you're a very loyal customer, I think sometimes you get different deals.
Well, we get a USAA discount too.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to have USAA, so they give us a little bit more of a discount. You're right. Boathouse and Homecoming are two of our favorites. I love them both.
I don't really care for the Homecoming.
I think you need to give it another try.
I think I do, but you know what? I grew up with Southern cooking, and this is a different type of Southern cooking than I'm used to.
Well, it's low country.
And I'm not a big fan of low country Southern cooking. Not at all. So
I loved it.
I mean, and the atmosphere was loud. You couldn't even hear yourself. You couldn't even hear yourself think.
Well, for somebody that has kind of hearing, like
Huh?
like background noise, hearing problems, you had a hard. And we were sitting at the bar,
which I liked. I actually liked sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
But it was still loud all over the whole place.
Yeah, it was loud. I'd like to go back for lunch maybe and see if it's not so loud. But the food was great. I thought the food was great.
It was good.
And they give you enough for like 3 people.
Yeah.
Jonathan says, fascinating to see what's happening. Like they feel like they need to have like less hotel rooms. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, Grand Floridian as a resort is beautiful. And
it is one of my most favorite resorts to hang out.
The Enchanted Rose has become one of our favorite lounges.
And I just love the feel and the look of the Grand Flo. I'm just not a big fan of the rooms.
The rest of the resort was amazing, but the room itself was like snoozeville for us. I don't know why. I don't know why. We've only been to Raglan Road once. We're gonna.
No, and I liked it. We need to go there when they're actually doing.
It was late, super late.
It was very,
we were
very
there
late,
too.
yes.
I would like to go back.
Yep, we're gonna have to make more trips to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
We just, we get into the bubble and we just want to stay, in our resorts, and I don't know. It's weird. I live with the Queen of Change, and we make restaurant reservations, and
I'm gonna get a shirt that says the Queen of Change,
and she will be searching stuff and like, oh, guess what? There's an available here now. Can we go there? And I'll be like, sure. And then it'll change again, and it'll change again. So Kai and I have learned that we just are going to go with the flow because the Queen of Change rules all.
I'm bad, and I'm going to admit it. I am bad. Are you guys, any of you guys, like plan changers? Like,
she starts planning things like 6 years in advance, and then that gives her plenty of time to change everything.
Yeah.
Because it will.
And the funny thing is I usually circle back around to the original.
Yeah, it's really funny because it's really true. She usually does. She circles back around. She may make 3 or 4 different changes, and then we end up going to the original place.
Jody changes all of her stuff too. Okay, so you're feeling Bob's pain.
Yeah, and it's like, because Kaya finally just got to the point that just tell me where to go when it's time. Because we would involve her in the decisions. Like, so what do you think we change? She goes, I don't want to hear it. Just tell me where to go when it's time. I'm okay.
See, okay, Jonathan and Debbie are in that boat too. I don't know what it is. It's partially FOMO, I think, and then it's like, James, you're so eloquent in the way you say things. I just love you to death. Queen of Change is simply a modern means of expressing the notion that it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Yes.
Amen, brother.
To you.
And it's a man's, duty to just follow along.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, I know. And we love her for it. It's kind of exciting. She'll say, she gets to where she doesn't want to say anything because she knows we're going to go, oh my God.
They will actually make bets. He and Kaya will make bets. Like, how many times is mom going to change the plan on this trip?
And it's like,
and now it's like, I can't because I don't want either one of them to win the bet.
And whenever she says, what if, and we both look at each other sideways and go, here it comes.
What do you think about?
Yeah.
That's my whole go-to.
Yeah.
What would you think about?
And we're like,
I'm like, here it comes.
Here it comes. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I think though, Tiffany, I'm the same way. part of my fun of going on a trip is the planning. That it kind of like extends the trip for me, and it just makes it, the lead up to the trip more exciting. So,
Yeah. It's like
changes are going to happen.
Okay. Here's the cool thing. Okay. When Kai and I take a trip by ourselves, like we have one planned for August. It was just me and Kaya. And yeah, it was.
The keyword.
I'll tell you why it's not now anyway. There's a good reason for it. But it was just me and Kaya. And Kelly asked, so have y'all made your hotel reservations yet? And we're like, no. And she goes, what? And we're like, we're just gonna wing it. We're just find whatever's open and whatever, and we'll go. That is like death to her. She can't believe.
What do you mean wing it?
We can't do that. But here's the thing. They announced the bringing back of the Halloween party, which is the Boo Bash, and the first Boo Bash is on the night before we leave. So Kai and I bought tickets for it, and then Kelly's kind of looking like the puppy that got left in the pound.
I want to go.
I know. And so Kai and I said, so Kelly's flying in later to join us so we can go to the Boo Bash.
What is this winging you speak of? Exactly.
Yeah, well, it's a dude thing.
It's a dude thing.
Kai is going to be raised right. She's not going to be all stuck on plans.
Well, she's so much more like you than me.
But we've done this before. We've done this at Disneyland. We've done this at Disney World, and it's always worked out great. And,
it always does.
And now that Casey's opened, there's always Casey's.
There's always Casey's.
That's my motto. That's my T-shirt. There's always Casey's.
Kai and I are not making any dining reservations for this August
trip. That's right.
And I'm like,
I know. She about exploded. It's like her head actually swole up a little bit, and it was like, but
how can you not?
I'm like, if you're joining us at our party, you're going to go by our party rules, and that's the way it is.
The only plan is to go to the Boo Bash, and
that's it. And we're going to go to Enchanted Road before the Boo Bash.
Before the Boo Bash.
That's the only plans we have is Enchanted Rose, then Boo Bash.
So if any of you guys are going to be there on August the 10th, we're going to be at the Enchanted Rose before the Boo Bash. Come and have a drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's going to be our Boo Bash night.
It is. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be. So anyway, big news. Casey's reopened. Yay! We didn't really get to hit that place this last time because we were worried about doing other things, which we did because of the first night of fireworks. Oh my God.
Coming from you, that's major.
It was. And Kelly and I, if you haven't seen it, we got them up, the live streams. She did Magic Kingdom. I did Epcot. I felt really lonely out there at Epcot all by myself. But
I know. We were going to do it the other way around. I was going to do Epcot and Bob was going to do Magic Kingdom, and we decided to switch kind of like the day before or 2 days before.
Well,
so why don't you be at Magic Kingdom and I'll go to Epcot? I'm so glad.
Well, and one of my reasons is because she knows more YouTubers than I do personally because she does all the legwork. I'm the talent. Yeah.
You're the talent.
Anyway.
Whatever. I have no talent. You
have talent. Yeah, you got the social skills too. So and of course Magic Kingdom's going to be where everybody's at. And Kelly's big, huge Happily Ever After fan. And I was like, I've never seen Epcot Forever, so I'm like, I'll go at Epcot. Kai, you stay here and you can hang with the people.
John's the talent too.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make any reservations for this trip in August.
No, she's not.
I'm not. It's not going to happen.
It's not allowed. If she is, then she's going by herself.
Yeah. They're going to kick me out of the group and be like, go on
We'll be like, bye.
Yeah. I'm just not allowed because it's not my trip.
No, she's piggybacking, so she has to do what we do.
But I have to tell you, being able to be there the night that fireworks came back, I'm probably going to get emotional talking about it. It was like the world has set back on its path of spinning the right way.
On its axis.
Exactly. I mean, it was kind of like one of those, like, what is that famous line from the Shawshank Redemption? And I'm going to cuss here for just a second. You crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side.
Right.
That's kind of how it felt. It was amazing to be there with the energy of the crowd, and it just felt like the world was right again.
It did. It's like that to me was the biggest sign that the Magic Kingdom and the Disney World is back.
Yeah.
Because I am not a huge fireworks fan. I like fireworks, but I'm not going to stop and be. But that night, it was like the Grinch. I felt my heart grow 3 sizes that day. It was
so
amazing.
cool. It was so cool. Yeah. And for somebody that's not a fireworks person, it was just like, don't do that. Don't do that.
I was deleting it.
Oh, okay. Why are you deleting that?
Because it's how about that?
Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry, we're fighting with something in the chat here real quick because I pasted something. But yeah, it was incredible to be able to be there for the first night of fireworks being back, for being gone for,
16 months.
16 months.
16 months, almost a year and a half, no fireworks.
Yeah, that's what James is saying. Well, when Tink flew right over me. Tink didn't fly the night that I was there.
Because it was raining.
Because it was raining. It had rained for hours before that. Luckily, it wasn't like lightning and stuff like that because they probably would have canceled it. It was just kind of one of those.
Just a Florida downpour, just kept raining.
So I didn't get to see Tink, but that's okay. The rest of it was incredible.
It was, and I'll tell you what, Epcot Forever was amazing. The only thing they didn't have the boats with the kites, but they didn't need it.
Right, because of all the stuff.
And it's just like
in the middle,
it's like because when Magic Kingdom does 4th of July fireworks, they kind of do surround fireworks where it's like comes from all directions. That's Epcot. That's what they do normally. It comes from all directions. They light up buildings. They, sparklers and trees. I was quite impressed.
And I have to confess, I've never seen it. Like I've never seen the whole show of illuminations. Sorry. And I've never seen Epcot Forever. So on our next trip, we're going to have to stay and watch
We'll have to watch Epcot Forever.
Because I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I know I'm a bad Disney person. And I've never seen it.
Well, that just makes me all excited for, Harmonious.
Yeah.
Because, at first you see these big monstrosity machines, and islands. They're like man-made islands sitting out there in front of the, in the Epcot Lake. But they were actually testing the water jets when we were out there last time. And it's pretty freaking impressive. It really is.
Yeah, just to see them testing the water jets, that was so cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just like one huge fountain.
It's going to be an amazing show.
It's truly going to be amazing.
Hi, Kaya. So, speaking of Kaya,
yeah,
we're going to do a little parent plug here really quickly. Kaya has just started her own channel. You're in no way obligated to go and subscribe, but if you would like to check it out, it's called Kaya Chamomile. Like the tea, chamomile tea. If any of you know Kaya at all, she's extremely funny and sarcastic, and it's not going to be entirely Disney focused. It's going to be Kaya's own.
It's going to be Kaya focused.
It's going to be Kaya focused and Kaya's flavor.
So whatever crap goes through her mind is going to probably come out her mouth.
Right, Kaya, can you post the link to your channel in the chat, please? Kaya Chamomile. She only has one video. She just posted it yesterday.
And I gotta tell you, I laughed.
It's funny. I mean, it's not Disney related at all.
No.
But if any of you know Kaya, she's unique and special, and we just love her to death. So of course we do because she's our kid. But even if she wasn't our kid, she's entertaining.
She's pretty entertaining.
So there's that. If you are interested, go check her.
Yeah, she's supposed to be doing it. She was
rating breakfast cereals, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, and here's the thing about Kaya. She hasn't tried all these breakfast cereals, which is funny because she's just guessing what they taste like.
By the box.
And it's like, okay, how can you rate something you never? She goes, oh, it's no problem. I can do it.
No problem.
Yeah, so
it's funny.
And she's pretty spot on, actually. So I did have some issues with some of her choices.
Right, me too.
Yeah, I wanted to slap her in the head, but hey.
Bye, Debbie.
Bye, Debbie.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have an awesome day watching football. So since it's getting close to an hour, from now on, every Sunday that we have our live stream chat, we're going to be talking about another channel that is near and dear to us. So we're going to pick a new channel every week, and of course, this week we're going to shout out our besties, Emma and John. From Emma and John, you're welcome. I'm going to see if I can paste I did have their channel here pasted.
But I started messing things up.
Here is their channel right here in the chat. Emma and John are best friends for life.
Right. Even though they live across the pond.
They live too far away.
Which probably makes us better friends.
Maybe, because they might get sick of us.
They'd be like, what the hell was I thinking?
If you haven't checked out their channel, please do. Right now they're doing travel videos from
somewhere in England.
Somewhere in England. Is it Norfolk?
Yeah, Norfolk.
Right, Emma?
Yeah.
So yeah, we just love them to death. So if you don't know them, please go over and say hello. Thank you. Norfolk.
Yeah, Norfolk.
We got it right.
Norfolk.
We were lucky enough to spend some time with them in England. It'd been a year and a half.
Well, yeah, because they were supposed to come over here and spend time with us.
Yeah.
But
the best 4 days of our lives and that was the first time we met them. And we spent 4 days with them hanging out in London, and I have never laughed so hard in my whole life. My cheeks hurt when I came home.
We laughed constantly until it was time to go. Then she cried constantly. So
I did. I cried going home.
She was like on the plane.
Yeah.
Tears were falling. You think that you were flying over the ocean. We were in the ocean. She was like dripping it.
Yeah, when you can make a connection that quickly with people, you know it's something special.
Kai, are you going to put your link up?
You did.
Did you? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it in the chat. One other thing before we close out and say goodbye to everybody. We have been invited to be on Kelly's channel from the Mickey Bunch this evening at, what time is it? 9 p.m.?
I don't know.
I think it's
9 p.m. our time?
Evening. No, it's 9 p.m. Eastern time. Let me just check that.
9 p.m. Eastern, that's 7 p.m. our time.
Yeah, so 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be over on the Mickey Bunch's channel doing like a newlywed game kind of thing with her. She just invited us this morning, so we are grateful that she asked us to be on our channel.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you can, come on over to the Mickey Bunch's channel, and James Ryan, if you're still there, I would appreciate it if you would. Could you possibly post her link in the chat so people will know if you're not familiar with Kelly from the Mickey Bunch? She's another amazing redhead, Kelly. So we got to stick together.
I love redheads.
You do.
I can't help it.
Can't help yourself.
It's an addiction.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be the newlywed game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Right?
I hope so.
There may be cocktails involved.
There definitely is cocktails involved.
On our part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to find out how wonderful I actually am.
If you don't know already, right?
This will prove it.
Yeah. So, okay. Thanks, James. Redheads do rock. Only Blue Crew folks can make. Okay. Yeah, we will make Kai a mod for our next.
Blue
That's okay. No worries. Yeah, only Blue Crew people that are mods. We don't have any mods yet.
Yeah, we don't.
Does anybody want to be a mod for a channel? Does anybody want to volunteer? Because we don't have any mods yet for our channel. But yeah, once again, we'll be over on Kelly's channel. It'll be 9:00 p.m. this evening, Eastern time.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm going to love it. I think I'm going to have fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate all of you guys. Hope that you're having a great Sunday. We will be on our channel with Emma and John.
Thank you, James Ryan.
Next Sunday. Oh, thank you, James. You're amazing. Thank you guys so much. We'll organize that.
We'll hook up with you offline.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Okay, if you're in the chat, you're new, don't forget, or you're watching this later, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, ding that bell, because then you get to see all of us, all the time, and when we post our stuff, because it ain't worth missing.
It ain't worth missing.
Nope, you gotta say it.
Bob's
anyway,
from Texas.
Yeah, totes. Anyway, so what else? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell.
Have a great day.
Thumbs up that sucker.
And we love you.
Yes, we do. So very much.
Yeah, Emma and John with us next week, same time, same bat place, same bat channel.
Yes, and we'll have something fun to do.
Yes.
It'll be amazing.
Have a great day, everybody.
And we will see you
next
England.
time. We love you. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.